What's up guys? Today we're going to talk about how many units you should order as part of your first order on Amazon. This is such a common question that I get, and I want to really break it down for you, and I want to really let you guys know what to expect with your first order, okay? So, I do not recommend under any circumstances getting a test order under 250 units, or maybe even 300 units, okay? I think 300 would be better because accounting for the giveaway, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So 300 units, okay? So there are a couple different ways you could tell what you should order as a test order first, like how many units you should order as a test order. And it depends on, honestly, it depends on your feeling about your first product, okay? You've looked at the numbers already, you've looked at the competition, you've looked at the Jungle Scout Chrome extension numbers, you know, the revenue and how many sales they're making. Very important, by the way. If you pull up Jungle Scout Chrome extension on the niche there for the main keywords, and you pull up the Chrome extension, you can see how many sales they're making per month, and you know, based off of that, you can kind of tell, you know, what your maximum sales velocity is, which is basically in English, which is basically you know, how many units you can sell at a maximum. Let's say like how many units you could sell in best case scenario, okay? So based off of that, let's say in your niche, there are people selling 2,000 units a month, okay? And they don't have that many reviews, okay? There may be 1,500 units a month. So if you take a calculator, 1,500 units a month, if I pull out my phone, that's about 1,500 divided by 30, that's 50 units a day, okay? So the problem with a small test order is, let's say you actually, you know, follow all my methods in the process of actually launching a product, and you actually get it into Amazon. You only have 300 units, okay? Because you didn't have a lot of startup capital. So you get it into Amazon, you have 300 units, and now suddenly you're selling 50 a day. Not only that, you had to give away, let's say 50 at first. Let's say you gave away maybe 10 to 15 a day for 3 days. That's what you have to do to rank for the first page. I talk about that in my product launch videos on this channel as well, how to product launch your product the best way. So let's say you give away 50. So now you're down to 250, okay? So 250 divided by 50 a day, that's only 5 days, okay? So you only have 5 days of inventory. And let me tell you, there is no Chinese supplier that can manufacture your product and get it shipped out in 5 days, okay? Usually it takes 20 days to 30 days. So you're gonna run out of stock in 5 days, and you know, you already see that you're selling a lot. That's awesome, you're making money, right? It's a good problem to have, but now you're talking to your supplier like, hey, I need to reorder, and let's say you're doing 50 units a day. Now for your next order, you need to do 50 times 30, so you need to reorder 1,500 units, okay? Because you didn't account for, you know, how much you're gonna sell. You didn't prepare for it. So now your supplier says 21 days, okay? So now you have 21 minus 5. So now you have 16 days of being out of stock, okay? And I'm doing some advanced higher mathematics here, so don't worry about it. It's kind of confusing maybe, but now you're gonna be out of stock because you sold out so fast, you were making money, but you didn't have enough units to sustain the sales. So now you're gonna be out of stock. What happens when you're out of stock? You know, your bestsellers rank goes down. So what the bestsellers rank is on Amazon, it's basically how well your product is ranked. So when you're not selling, it goes down. When you're selling, it goes up, or the other way around, something like that, but you know what I mean. So obviously, if you're on the first page on Amazon, you have a low bestsellers rank, because low means better. Low is better and higher is worse, basically. I know it's kind of confusing, but basically, your bestsellers rank gets worse the longer you're out of stock, okay? Let's say you're out of stock for 3 weeks. You're gonna have to, when those units come back in, you're gonna have to relaunch your product, and you know, you're gonna have to do another giveaway to rank yourself on the first page again. So that's the main issue with a small test order, okay? So if you have a good gut feeling about a product, especially if you've taken my course and I've told you, like, this is a good product, you should do it. The numbers look good. I wouldn't even be opposed as to making a 1,000 unit first order, because the great thing about a 1,000 unit first order, there's a pro and a con. So the pro is that, let's say you start selling well. Awesome. Let's say you sell 50 units a day, okay? So that's like amazing. That's insane, right? That's like $500 a day. That's, you know, $15,000 profit a month. So let's say you're selling 50 a day. 1,000 divided by 50, that's 20 days. So that gives you more time. You know, you can, like, as soon as you see that you're selling, you can tell your supplier, hey, can you start remaking the next batch? So yeah, that's the great thing about a 1,000 unit test order. Also, you make way more money because 1,000 times, you know, let's say it's a $10 profit per unit. So it's $10,000. So there you go. You're gonna make $10,000 from your first order, as opposed to only making 2,500 or 3,000 if you only did that small of a test order for your first order. The con is that, let's say your product isn't really selling that well. You know, the worst case scenario is that it doesn't sell well. Okay, so you lower the price steadily, you know, a couple dollars a day until it starts selling. It will start selling, and usually you will still make a profit. It's just gonna take, instead of taking 1 month, it's gonna take maybe 3 to 6 months. But you will make your money back in the end. Don't be afraid of that. You will make your money back with Amazon. You really can't lose your money unless unless you're selling pure garbage, you're not following any of the methods that I teach. You don't have a, you have a really garbage listing. You don't know what you're doing basically. You're not learning, and you're not really, using the methods and stuff. So in the end, to summarize, I told you guys the pros and cons of having a small test order versus a large one. Let's say the highest person in your niche is selling maybe like, 800 a month, right? Maybe at a high profit, which is also awesome, right? Let's say they're selling 800 a month. So 800 divided by 30, you'd have to have 27 units a day, okay? So let's say 27 times 20. So in that case, a 500 or a 600 unit test order is good. If if your niche isn't insanely, like high velocity, basically what that means is it's not like, the number one and the number two people in the niche aren't selling crazy. They're selling maybe 700 or 800 a month, but at a high profit, which is good. So you still can make money. Then you can go and do a 500 or 600 unit test order. I would do a 600, maybe 550, just like I said, for those 50 units to give away in the review groups and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, hope you guys understand now what the best number of units for your first order is on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Follow me on social media, Dan Vas, and on Snapchat, Instagram. Links are in the description below. I post some cool stuff on there. And yeah, if you guys are interested in actually knowing how to, run the giveaways and stuff to actually give away the units and stuff like that, I talk about all that and way more, like literally everything, step by step to get to 6 and 7 figures on Amazon and how to build physical product brands on Amazon in the Amazon Freedom course. The link for that is in the description below. So you can go ahead and go there. You can check it out, and it's closing soon because I'm getting so many people every day, and because I offer unlimited mentorship. So I can't have 1,000 people messaging me every single day, right? I just can't. My head's gonna blow up. So anyway, guys, once again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya.